Hello everybody, welcome back for another video. Hope you're all doing well and that you're all having a great day. Happy Friday, finally got it correct, made sure to double check that one. Happy October everyone as well. The year only has a couple of months left. The time is completely flying by. As always, a great way to support the channel is by leaving a like, by leaving a thumbs up. I don't know what people call it nowadays. By leaving a comment, multiple comments, or by subscribing if you have not already done so. All these things do indeed help my channel's algorithm. And without further ado, let's jump right into it. A lot of price news today. I kind of slimmed it down, if you will, because it's basically all saying the exact same thing. We've been getting this kind of news for the last 4 or 5 days, give or take, depending on how you're looking at it. Quant, that is Q-U-A-N-T, says some Bitcoin indicators show the same trend as in Q4 of last year, suggesting that Bitcoin could make a similar move upwards, as explained by an analyst in a Crypto Quant post. Two Bitcoin indicators, the net flow and the stablecoin supply ratio, are both trending similarly to the same way that they did in the last quarter of 2020. The idea is there are tons of Bitcoin and tons of Ether being removed from cryptocurrency exchanges. The less cryptocurrencies there are on these exchanges, the more difficult it is for other people to be able to acquire. As it is more difficult to acquire and the demand is still there, the price should, mathematically, logically go up. We're also seeing the same exact thing with a stablecoin indicator. Usually one of the metrics for stablecoins is the amount of stablecoins that have been created and put onto cryptocurrency exchanges. This is usually a way to add extra liquidity for people who they are assuming are going to be trading back and forth during this massive movement up and need the stablecoins as such. So this is not the 7th, 8th, 19,000th time that we're hearing this. A lot of people are very, very excited. Even some, as we crossed over into the 1st of October, like midnight Asia time, prices had already begun to start moving upward, I guess, in optimism. And there's also other reasons why the price should have risen. News. It says $7 trillion of capital is coming to crypto and Bitcoin. This was said by macro investor Dan Tapiero. This is nothing new. Everyone keeps saying this all the time, but we've had indications for a long time that there is money waiting on the sidelines to enter into the cryptocurrency space. It just so happens that this is now also part of the news as well. And it says Ethereum Consolidates, why bulls could aim for a fresh rally, because there's nothing but good news across the board. And there has been every single day within the cryptocurrency space, especially for Ethereum, with the upgrades, having over $1 billion worth of Ether burned in, 5 weeks back then. So I assume the number is also a lot higher. There's also news about integrations and other upgrades that are going to be coming this month for Ethereum. So any prices trending sideways or consolidating is just usually nonsense in my head. But then again, I'm not, one of the people who controls the market. And I really want this guy to hit that step, even though I know that it's not real. But I'm kind of rooting for him, and I know that he's not going to make it. Anyway, yeah, that's all the price news. I thought I'd not drag it out any further. The price news is basically Bitcoin's going to go up. Bitcoin looks like it's going to go up. Bitcoin is poised to go up. Bitcoin looks like it's going to be going up a lot higher. Bitcoin's going to hit $200,000. And that's basically all there really was. And there was one or two things about Ethereum looking bullish. I think something has to end on Friday. There was one news story about, the options or whatever having to end on Friday. Sure, why not? Live your best life. That's the price news. And without further ado, let's moving on. Now, this is one of the most popular news stories of the day. There are actually 3 today, which is actually kind of rare. When I saw this, I shrugged because I knew already that it wasn't going to happen. But for some reason, this tickled a lot of people's fancy. And they really lost their minds over this news. For those of you who do not know, U.S. Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell has said that he does not intend to ban cryptocurrencies, but said stablecoins need greater regulatory oversight. U.S. Fed Chairman Jerome Powell said he has no intention of banning cryptocurrencies, but stablecoins need greater regulatory oversight. Got that part. Powell made the comments in a 2-hour-long House Financial Services Committee meeting this week. The meeting, meant to serve as a forum for representatives to ask Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen and Powell about the Treasury's Department and Federal Reserve's 19 response, featured several questions about cryptocurrencies. Republican Senator Ted Budd, a longtime advocate of crypto and a member of the Congressional Blockchain Caucus, did not know that was a thing, asked Powell to clarify statements he made during a July hearing that the development of a U.S. central bank digital currency could undercut the need for private currencies, or crypto and stablecoins. When asked by Budd directly whether or not he intended to ban or limit the use of cryptocurrencies, Powell's response was a resounding no. He said, "No, I have no intention to ban them." This, for some reason, so I wish I could remember immediately what the other news is that we always get. One of them also is the China ban thing. China can say twice a year that they're going to ban something, and people are like, "Oh my gosh, they're doing it again." You can't ban what's already been banned. The same exact way that we've heard, if for those of you who have never lived in the States, I was born in the States, if you could not tell. Don't live there anymore, moved up north. If the U.S. does not like something, it's gone. And I know that there are some people who live in the States right now who are maybe chuckling or grinned a little bit, because we know how things are. If the U.S. doesn't like it, it go bye-bye very, very fast. There was never any intention by the United States to ban cryptocurrencies. All the backdoor legislation that we're seeing, all the money that we're seeing pumped into these markets, billionaires and multimillionaires in the United States are not looking to get into these markets because they've spoken to the regulators already and they've asked them, is this going to be banned? You do not place $10 billion bets on anything if you have any indication that it is going to be banned. If Bitcoin and the rest of the cryptocurrency market was an actual threat to the US or the US dollar, we would not be sitting here right now having this discussion. There would be no Bitcoin in the United States, and every other domino would have also fallen around the world. So, not being cynical, just being completely honest, that's how the US works. So, we knew for a while, because it was also news like a year ago, that there was not going to be a ban. I think people needed extra clarity in their head for some sort of reason. We saw what happened in China, and therefore I think there was an inkling in people's minds that this could have potentially been a possibility. So I guess golf clap to, what was Ted Budd? Yeah, who I think in a sense needed to say this out loud, to get a response from this guy on the screen so that everyone else could hear directly from the horse's mouth, no. And everyone else could kind of, get really excited again. I'm not sure why these things keep happening in the cryptocurrency space where people just forget, like, very, very easily. Like, remember when the Federal Reserve started printing tons of money last year, and then they told us they'd be printing trillions of dollars to help the economy. And a week later, people were like, well, we still have no idea how much money they're printing. And I was like, no, we know exactly how much they're printing. And then they kept on mentioning that they were using that money to actually buy up securities and bonds and funds and blah, 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 at least until the year 2023. And at least until the year 2023, they'd be printing tons of money because this was their time frame for what they believed the U.S. economy needed to be able to recover. But for some reason, every 2 months, they come back and they go, yeah, we're still doing it until 2023. And everyone goes, oh, woof. I'm glad they said that for the 17th time. I'm not really sure. I think people just have stopped paying attention to life in general. I think no one really knows what's going on anymore because everyone has kind of ticked their machine off. Anyway, very popular news. Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell says U.S. has no plans to ban Bitcoin and crypto. We would have heard immediately. Remember the swift response that we got when Facebook said they would be launching their own crypto or digital token? It's not a cryptocurrency. 8 hours later, they were already planning for congressional and senatorial hearings with the entire team from Facebook. Bitcoin would be banned if they wanted it to be banned, but there's no indications of it being banned because the entire industry is slowly trying to move to the United States. I don't know what's wrong with people, man. Fed chair says U.S. has no plans to ban crypto. That was never part of the thing. The U.S. will not mirror China's ban on cryptocurrencies. Is this also one? Yeah. Also in the news as well. It says Bitcoin price prepares colossal move to $50,000 as U.S. promises not to ban crypto like China. So I knew, and I'm sure some of you did as well, for a while now, that it was going to be no Bitcoin ban or cryptocurrency ban within the United States. The U.S. has even said stablecoin regulations multiple times before because stablecoins mimic the value of the U.S. dollar. And as banks and the Federal Reserve are not creating them, they want to regulate those because they look very similar to a digital U.S. dollar, which is what they're trying to create. So since we've known for a while, and I've known for a while, and some of you have known for a while, that there was not going to be a ban, does that mean that we should have moved up to $50,000 weeks ago? Did we have to wait for reconfirmation of something that we already knew was not going to happen for Bitcoin to move back up? Why is it always stupid news that makes it so that the cryptocurrency market has to move up as opposed to actual logic? Why is it always that way? Anyway, yeah. So can't wait for them not to ban it because we knew that it was not going to happen in the first place. Very popular news. And I'm sure it will be for the next day or two until people, kind of move on. But anyway, that's the Fed news. And let's move on. Also in very popular news, but also, once again, people have forgotten what's happened over the last 2 years. Visa has been active in engaging with crypto, and this week is no exception. Reports have emerged that the payment facilitator and financial services firm has deployed its first smart contract on the Ethereum testnet. The move isn't the first to signal Visa's increased acceptance to adopt crypto in their operations. The company is showing clear investment in becoming a leader of payment processing through central banks via crypto. Visa smart contract deployment was a payment channel accepting both Ether and the USDC, that is another stablecoin. This is a conceptual protocol in developing. I don't have to read anymore. Visa's been into crypto for about, I think the indications that we've had before was at least 2016 to 2017. A lot of people believed that Visa and MasterCard and banks would never touch crypto because they're evil. They're the opposite of what we do. We can't use those things. They make no sense to our systems. No, they've seen exactly where this has been going for a very long time. You and I, us have had news that crypto was going to be a multi-trillion-dollar market back in about 2015, 16, 17. And that was, wow, multi-trillion-dollar market. That's absolutely obscene. If we got that news, imagine what the largest payment processors in the world had. They probably had the exact same news. Visa has been into Bitcoin and Ethereum for a very long time. For some reason, the news came about that they've started working on the test net to be able to move over to, we can assume, to the actual main net at some point relatively close to the future. And everyone was like, I can't believe that Visa is now using crypto. No, they've been doing this for a very long time. Guys, pay attention. Like, why do people forget so easily? Remember when, once again, Facebook was talking about launching their own coin, and they had that circle graph where they showed all the people who were going to be joining them as crypto partners. Visa and MasterCard were also on that chart. And then when the entire US regulatory thing happened, they moved away. And then Visa in 2019 came out and was like, yeah, we're thinking about getting into crypto. And everyone was like, woo. And they've since then, every 4 months, been releasing some type of Visa news. It says Visa is building a hub for cross-chain crypto payments. I think the major part of this news is that they're building on top of Ethereum, as far as we know, to be able to, I guess, send back and forth crypto payments on top of Ethereum. Because once again, for those of you who also don't know, Ethereum since 2017, 2018, for some reason, not sure of the behind-the-scenes discussions, but has been seen as a government chain, or an institutional chain is the word that I'll use. Because we started getting news in 2017 and 2018 that Brazil was going to be using Ethereum for their supply chain stuff. And Vitalik Buterin was in Russia because he's part Russian. And they plan on also using Ethereum. So it's been this major, I think this is one of the reasons why I think Ethereum is going to do just fine, regardless of the high transaction fees or the current slow transactions. It's because it's being bet on by the richest people in the highest institutions on the planet. So I assume they're not going to let their cash cow go. But yeah, they're also planning on using stable coins on top of this as well, which makes logical sense because people are also going to want to send stablecoin payments back and forth. I assume we're also going to enter a world relatively soon where companies are going to have their own stablecoins that are going to be issued by banks, and these will also be used as payments as well. A lot of stuff is happening. Visa working on blockchain interoperability, hub for crypto payments. Visa unveils layer 2 network for stablecoin central bank currencies. Yep. And this is from 2020. It says Visa seeks Ethereum and Ripple devs for global blockchain payments. They've been working with all these companies for a very long time. And this is a huge part of the reason why I can't stand that entire discussion that people keep having when they try and act like professionals on Twitter or on Reddit, where they talk about like selling the news and stuff like that. You are getting other people to get out of the market and they have no idea what they're actually selling. We've known for at least a year and a half, 2 years now, that Visa and MasterCard, Visa more so, let's stick on Visa, has been working with developers from Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Ripple. What do you think they're doing with these developers? What do you possibly think they're doing? Whenever we get news like this, prices rise and everybody's like, yeah, dude, sell off the news. And it's like, okay, sure, why not? This is, but I think this also extends to other portions of life as well, where I've been seeing recently, especially in the last year or two, a lot of people have been buying up coins or other things that have value, and they make like an 8% profit and they sell it off and they brag to other people that they made 8%, not realizing that this is like a long-term game. So a lot of people are going to completely miss out on this market, because they keep buying and then selling, trying to make these small profits, but they can never get back into the coin's price where it was before. Anyway, that's the Visa news. Yeah, Visa is Visaing it up. And I assume it's October. I say December, maybe early January. We're going to have some other type of news that Visa is doing something else with probably interoperability with Bitcoin or another layer on Bitcoin or getting ready for Ethereum too. And everyone's going to be like, Visa's working with crypto? That's crazy. Let's sell the news, because it keeps happening this way. Everyone keeps forgetting that this is happening. So once again, all the major banks on the planet are into crypto. Visa and MasterCard are into crypto. All the billionaires, all the multi-millionaires. What could it all mean? Guess we'll find out. Anyway, that's that news. Let's move on. Next up, the mayor of Cool Valley, Missouri, says that he has secured enough funds to airdrop Bitcoin to every household in his jurisdiction. In a new interview with Bitcoin Magazine podcast, Mayor Jason Stewart says that he's going to give every one of his constituents, 1,500 people, $1,000 worth of Bitcoin as a way of combating financial inequality. He said, it's given me a hope and an optimism that we can overcome some of the worst parts of the system that we're born into and actually create a future exactly how we want it to be. There's a certain level of hope and optimism that I get from Bitcoin. I remember this story now. This was from summertime or something like that. He wanted to give everyone $500, but I think apparently he's raised so much money now. He can now give, I remember this. He can now give everyone $1,000. Cool. I hope this works out. I don't mean the airdrop. I mean more so, yes. The last time we spoke about this story, I told you the other story that years ago, this was 2012, 2013, somewhere around there. There was a university in the States, I want to say in Boston, I'm not really sure, where a huge portion of the students were gifted several $100s or whatever in Bitcoin. And the same exact day, a lot of them went to buy food and they went to other things that they can ingest, things like that. And that Bitcoin is now worth like 20 something, $30,000. And a lot of people get stuff, don't hold on to it, and then relinquish it, and then realize, oh boy, I could have made so much money if I just held on to that. So when I say I hope it works, it's more so I hope that these people get the Bitcoin and don't spend it, just in case, we ever end up reaching dollar parity. If 4,000, how many Satoshis is that? Anyway, I think it's over 1 million Satoshis. Anyway, that's that news. Not the most popular news in the world, but I think more news like this should actually be making it into our news as that's a huge step for crypto adoption. if everyone is getting airdropped a huge amount of Bitcoin, I hope there's a solution for them, like as far as like holding it, because I assume those 1,500 people, at least a portion of them, have no idea how to self-custody. Anyway, that's the Bitcoin City news. I don't know. Let's move on. Also in quite popular news, Billy Marcus, the co-founder of Dogecoin, explained on Wednesday that an Ethereum bridge to the Doge network would bolster the Dogecoin ecosystem. Marcus also said that NFT markets would help Dogecoin as well. The popular crypto asset Dogecoin has gained a whopping 7,500% this year. While the Dogecoin co-founder Jackson Palmer criticized the crypto world and said it was managed by powerful cartels, because it is. Has no one been paying attention to what's been happening in the last couple of years? We even have indications. We know that the market's not run by broke people. We know that it's run by some of the richest people on the planet. Hello, the banks are into it. Of course it's run by powerful. Billy Marcus speaks about crypto in a positive manner. Oh, yeah. On Wednesday, Marcus tweeted about the meme. Are you serious? If any one of you raises your hands, I swear to goodness, is there someone out there who thinks that crypto is just willy-nilly and is not being run by... Have you seen how other markets work? We have indications that Bitcoin and Ethereum could be larger than the current gold and silver market of the world. Do you think there's not powerful people running the market? On Wednesday, Marcus tweeted about the meme-based crypto network he helped create and discussed how the project could be helped by adding two things. He said, 2 things I believe would help Dogecoin is the completion of the Doge to ETH bridge and NFT platforms like OpenSea, allowing for Doge to ETH tokens to be used for purchases. He said, NFT purchasing is in high demand. Allowing for Doge purchases of NFTs greatly increases its utility. Listen, somebody saying that this should happen doesn't mean that it is going to happen. I would love if it did happen. I wish people had more of an option to be able to pay for everything in the different cryptocurrencies that they loved. I mean, not all 10,000, 50,000 crypto, but you know what I mean. Somewhere within the top 50 if everyone had this actual thing. This was very popular news. A lot of this had to do with people speculating that there already was a Dogecoin to Ethereum bridge. Not quite yet. We would have had major news about that a while ago, and you would see wrapped Doge on top of Ethereum already. But yeah, I mean, hope it happens eventually. The way that things work within the cryptocurrency space is we get news that someone wishes it to be. 3 months later, someone's working on it. 6 months after that, they have the code ready. 2 months after, they're going through all the tests. 4 months after, it's going to be deployed. It ends up being upgraded, and everyone's like, woo, no one really cared about a Doge to Ethereum bridge anymore. And then, because, it's something brand new, and then it kind of continues on that way. I guess this has to do slightly with like Muskie news. Muskie's not in the news, thank the goodness. But I assume it basically has to do with his entire let's find more adoption for Dogecoin, because Dogecoin hasn't been as popular and hyped as it was previously before in the past. Anyway, so cool. They're working on a Doge to Ethereum bridge. I hope it works out for them. I hope we get it before 2024, because time. Anyway, that's the Dogecoin news, and let's move on. Also in really popular news, and I don't know if we've ever gone over this person before, we get news about ex-billionaire saying something good about cryptocurrencies thrice a week, and I simply can't keep up with all their names anymore, because all the names sound rich, and I'm like, I don't know if this is the same rich person. Billionaire Orlando Bravo, see, it sounds rich, co-founder and managing partner at private equity firm Thoma? Okay, Bravo. Is it Thomas Bravo or is it Thoma? Okay, has revealed he is a cryptocurrency investor and believes the flagship cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, will see its value surge over the next few years thanks to rich people. Speaking at CNBC's Delivering Alpha conference, the billionaire said, "How could you not love crypto? Crypto is just a great system. It's frictionless, It's decentralized, and young people want their own financial system. So it's here to stay. It's not that young people want their own financial system. Is that we're tired of the old system, which has done nothing for us or our parents or our grandparents. That's the problem. It's seeing our money being devalued all the time. It's seeing people go, well, let's just print another $17 trillion. That's the issue. It's the lack of financial inclusion. It's the fact that there are entire continents on the planet who've been left out of the financial system because other people at the top simply went, we don't want them there. Cryptocurrency stops that because it allows people everywhere who have a smartphone or don't even have a smartphone. You can even, you might not have been here in 2017 or 18. You can actually, in some countries, they have systems set up where you can even text Bitcoin to other people. They also, you can Google Bitcoin like radio signal or something like that. There are also people who figured out how to use radio signals to be able to send that is financial inclusion for the entire planet. There should be no one on the planet who doesn't have money or doesn't have access to money. That's it. It's not that we want our own financial system. People keep getting that wrong, and it's usually rich people who really don't get it. The same exact thing with banks. Banks think that you and I simply want digital payments because we're in the year 2021 or we're in the future. No, that's not it. We already have digital payments. We want to make sure that our future is bright like our kids because the people behind us did not have that. That's why we have crypto. Bravo added that he sees Bitcoin's underlying blockchain technology as a very powerful system that can sometimes provide better use cases than database systems. Per his words, blockchain can do this regardless of the protocol or system it's being used on. Once again, I have no idea if we've gone over this man before, but Orlando Bravo was really in the news today. Billionaire Orlando Bravo, he even looks rich. Orlando Bravo owns Bitcoin, says it will increase significantly. I'm very bullish. Billionaire, money, dollar bills. Cool. Should you be now more into Bitcoin because this man spoke about it? Who knows? We always get that, touch of rich news, if you will, where they grant us, the serenity. I have no idea to be able to I feel more comfortable, super confident being in the market now because X rich person said so. Sure, why not? Thank you, Mr. Rich person. And on top of that as well, and something that people tried to make big news, but it didn't really make big news. Coinbase has listed Avalanche onto their platform. It says Avalanche is now available to trade on Coinbase's platform as well as Coinbase Pro. It says it got a price bump. Last I checked, I think it was down by 3%. I guess it's another selling the news type of event. Coinbase is listing everything. I'm actually kind of shocked that we still keep getting Coinbase listed X news. Coinbase said last year that they plan on adding as many coins as possible to their platform. So, yeah. Wait, hold on. Did I do it? Yeah, look at me. All right. Already had the page open. As always, a very special thank you to my Patreon supporters, Professor Wally from Gunbot University. And let's move on. Chris, Hakeem Williams, Empire Queen, Stake It With Valor, Fudd, Wiser, Mortified, Roman Gaba, Bitcoin, Ben Arachno, Dave, Tony Ambroski, The Dealer's Den, Red Plump Tomato, Wish Nikki, The Letter M, Stephen Dirks, Not Brain, Captain Something in the Z-Way Lay, Crypto Black Sheep, AJ Cut 5, Speedy 655, and Carlos Was Like, Mobarazzi, Joe Shaw, Show VB Nerd 21, Miguel Grolay, Lauren De Silva, Quoted Biddy, Bare Bones Mining, Troy Allgood, Space Case Need a Miracle, Pat Chernoster, Conan Don't Skip Leg Day, Snacky Chan, Tolik Banana, Auspicious Agile, and Blockchain. Wow, look at VeChain. Good job, VeChain. Navarro Williams, David James, Attila the Han, Yasha Harari, Utopia 569, Moonman High, XRP, Martin Stoyo, Nostromo, John Sarson, The Anima Reader, Abibiophobia, Todd Mullis, Adam Graysick, Moher Maroni, Master Ventures in Thailand, Jared Schneider, Wise Night Owl, 242 to the World, Bankroll Network, Crypto Artist, Cold E3D, Damien, Set Sooner, Richie Richard III, Vlad the Impaler, Paxis, Nick Mangialavodi, Jim Gardner, Jeremy Fox, Minting Coins, Miller, Hitch Chest Every Day, and Kyle Skips Leg Day, Yes to Crypto, Bodie McBoatface, Anytime Fitness, Monks Corner Staff, Bake Me a Cake, Tigera Macho Nisa, On Crypto with Lionel, Crail and Michelle, URL, and Bolero Bastos. Thank you all very, very much. Phone just vibrated. For your support. Thank you to everyone who is a member of the channel who clicked the little join button below. Thank you to everyone who is a liker, who clicked the like, who has subscribed. I see some new subscribers out there. And everyone who left comments. Yes, I do thank thee. At the moment, Bitcoin is at $44,460. There was a huge spike during the evening, right about here. Listen, we are currently the 1st of October. Everyone has been talking extensively about how Q4 was going to be the greatest euphoric, stratospheric time in Bitcoin's life. Now we get to see if it actually happens. Anything else that's really crazy in the market? Binance Coin is up by 5. Solana's up by 3. Polkadot is up by 4. Terra Luna is up by 6 percentile points. Litecoin is up by 3.9. Cosmos is up by 4. VeChain is doing a straight line. That is quite an interesting path. It is up by 14.8%. Tezos is up by 12%. Hedera Hashbar Graph Bar is up by 5%. Crypto Coin is up by 4. IOTA is up by 8. 78 million dollars. Not the best, but at least they're back in the top 50. And Neo is up by 4% as well. Anyway, I do hope you all enjoyed. I do hope you all are having a great day, a great morning, a great afternoon, a great evening, wherever you are. Wherever you might be, I do hope that it is absolutely fantastic. Thank you all once again for watching, listening, supporting, and I will most certainly be talking to you all soon. See you.